Hi there. I live here.
Okay. All right. Are you the one that's been shooting?
What time?
About 30 minutes ago, partner.
Yes, I was. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Were you shooting in a safe direction?
Absolutely.
Okay. Which way, can you point which way you were shooting?
See, I want to be careful to both relay to you that it was being done in a safe way, but also not overextend what I say to be misconstrued in any way.
I'm not going to misconstrue anything.
Okay, so yeah, 100%. It was nowhere in the crosshair. My uncle and I have been shooting guns for 20 years, man. I grew up around firearms. I've learned nothing but the utmost respect for them. And without a doubt, man, there's not one iota of a possibility that it was being done in an unsafe manner. 1,000%.
Okay. Again, can you point direction on which way you were shooting?
Again, I don't want to incriminate myself based on that.
You're going to incriminate yourself.
I don't know, man. Shit, I'll tell you where I was.
Okay, here, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If you say that you were shooting in a safe manner, then what laws have you broken?
Exactly. That's why I'm
All I'm asking.
That's why I'm bothered by the fact that you know, you guys are being, because this is the second time, and at this point it's going to be escalated to harassment, because when she's repeatedly told that.
This is the second time that we've been out?
Yeah. So the first time they said to her, "Hey, listen, they're doing." This is my mom. She wants to get out. Go ahead. Bye, guys. Yeah, she's got room. Bye. I'll see you guys later. Okay, I love you guys. Bye.
Okay?
No, you're good, man. You're good. And thanks for respecting the property boundary. All right, guys. Bye. See ya. Yeah. Bye, guys. Bye, Mom. Leave.
Have a good day. Alrighty.
You guys have been busy in Micanopy, man. Did you see the fishtail over at the?
I was part of that.
Oh, were you? Good job, man. Thank you.
So,
Who's Officer Gunn?
that's one of my fellow deputies.
That's your deputy? Cool, dude.
So,
Anyways, this is the second time.
when was the first time?
When we first moved in. So that shows you how infrequently I shoot. Because rather than being a dick and continuing to shoot because I can, I limited myself. So I said, you know what? And I called her up and I said, hey, Chrissy, look, I'm not trying to be an adversarial neighbor. If it's, yeah, mosquitoes are bad. Oh, yeah. I said, if it's a sound disturbance, go ahead, sir. If it's a sound disturbance, then is there a good time of day where I'm not disturbing you with the noise? And then I told her also, I said, if you're worried about the safety, it's a big concern of mine as well. And I'm happy to show you that it's not being towards your property in any way. We have 50 plus acres of preserve next to us. I have a downhill spot. The person moving on the property next to her,
On the other side?
he's developing it. Little FYI, she's about to be in for a rude awakening. He's a retired officer from Lutz, police officer. He's setting up a gun range in his backyard.
Really?
So here's what it comes down to, boss. She's anti-Second Amendment. She wants to tell people what they can and cannot do in their properties. And she doesn't understand firearms, and as a result, she feels threatened by it, but there's no need to be threatened. And if she keeps calling you guys, wasting your time, at some point, you guys are going to say, hey, listen, if you keep calling us out here for no reason, this is harassment. You're wasting our resources. We talk about the lack of resources you guys have already, and you get stupid shit like this where you're being called out, where people are you know, just on a Sunday afternoon, dude, with my family, you know, so that's what it comes down to.
So you're shooting off that direction then?
No, I would never shoot where I cannot see at least 1,000 feet in all directions in front of me. Yeah, I can
see that already.
Yeah, I have a hill right there, dude. So I wouldn't shoot blindly into the woods because God forbid somebody's there.
Right.
I mean, I respect a firearm, and as a result, I would never do anything to put anybody's lives in danger.
Alrighty. Well, as long as you're doing it in a safe manner, and you have the proper backstops and all of that kind of stuff to stop whatever you're shooting, you know, that's all we can ask. I mean, it's a rural area, and I explained this to her too.
I don't understand here's the other thing, boss, is my wife the other day, she was concerned because she heard somebody shooting from over there in the woods. So what we're concerned about are hunters. that don't know that there's a residential area here, and God forbid they shoot. And that's what we're concerned. We're not concerned about somebody target shooting with a controlled environment. You know, so she's got irrational fear. We got a girl who's up the road there. She's a competition shooter, and we hear her sometimes. She's good. She's like Annie Oakley. Yeah.
I got you.
So.
Alrighty. Well, then I'll get out of here. I'll leave you alone, man.
What'd you tell her?
I told her as long as you're doing it in a safe manner, you're not shooting toward any residence, over any residence, or over any roadway.
Thank you for upholding your oath to the Constitution. It's important.
Big Second Amendment guy.
So, and I know you guys are. That's why I don't want to waste anybody's time, dude.
I have my own gun.
Yeah. What? You know what? I got to tell you a quick story while I have you, real quick, because I don't want to take up more of your time.
You on video?
I am. Yeah. You say hi to all the. This is a constitutional officer. Name and badge number.
It's Reepsum.
Yeah.
599.
Awesome, dude. So quick story though. We her dogs got over to our property.
She told me about that.
Yeah, she's got big dogs, dude.
She didn't tell me how big they were.
Oh, they're like wolf dog, husky looking dogs. Anyways, they killed our ducks and chickens. It took you guys 45 minutes to get here. 45 minutes. I'll tell you what, I didn't shoot her dog. And you know what the officers told me? They said, if it was me, I would have handled it differently, and that dog wouldn't have been killing my chickens. So, you know, I didn't shoot the lady's dog. And it killed my chickens. And I told her, you know, I said, listen, I don't want to shoot your dog. Just keep it contained. You know, and the thing is, back to the Second Amendment, it took 45 minutes for you guys to get here. I can't depend on you, no matter how good you guys are at your job and protecting and upholding the peace. I can't depend on you guys to come out here if that dog's attacking my son. I have to. That's why the Second Amendment exists, because if I needed to at that moment, you guys came 45 minutes later, no disrespect, but if at that moment, that, you know, 1 or 2 moments where that dog could have attacked my son, you know, so as much as we appreciate law enforcement, constitutional officers, and all that good stuff, we have the Second Amendment in place because in those moments, we need to protect ourselves. You know, 4 o'clock in the morning, there's an intruder out here in the middle of nowhere. You guys can't make it out here by the time that guy's putting my family in jeopardy.
Unless we're sitting there at the interstate.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you guys are, but,
Sometimes.
you know, so.
All right, well.
So let me ask you, is there an incident report for these occasions? You don't want to do the paperwork.
There are incident numbers, but we don't write reports.
So if she keeps calling, because this, again, I made a point to shoot less as to not pick a fight with my neighbor, right? Like I could have come out here and established myself and said, you know what, it's my right, so boom, 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 boom all the time. But instead, I went the opposite direction and said, you know what, I'm only going to shoot when I absolutely want to. And she still calls you guys. And I asked her, I said, if it's a noise concern, is there a time where I won't be disturbing you? Like, because I know you have a weird schedule or whatever. And she said, no, I don't want you shooting ever. So she's trying to control what we can and cannot do in our properties. And that kind of liberal bullshit I don't stand for, man.
And I told her, I said, you know, it's his property.
And you know, it's not like I'm shooting out here all day. The last time she called, we shot 5 rounds, dude. The sound from 5 rounds maybe lasts a total of 30 seconds, if that. And she wouldn't even come over to see that it was being done safely, because that was my first thought. Was like, okay, maybe she's concerned that it's going to ricochet into her property over there. So maybe I can be kind and say, hey, let me show you where I'm doing this. You know, let me show you how it's being done so you feel more comfortable with it. She wouldn't even take me up on that, dude. She just wanted to be a little tyrant, say no. You know, and these are the same people that want to take away guns.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah. What am I? This case, it was a 12 gauge. You know, so yeah, it's just for critters and stuff to have around. It's, you know, buckshot for. It's a all-purpose utility gun. You know.
Absolutely, they are.
You know, and that's the other thing. I'm not out here shooting an AR-15 or one of these, you know, assault rifles.
Unfortunately, for some of us, that own stuff like that, you know, we find very rarely do we.
That's true. Gotta be careful with those, man. But that being said, I'm not even for banning those guns. You know, they have their purposes too. And if the bad guys are bad guys, they're gonna get guns whether it's legal or not.
Right.
And at the end of the day, if they're gonna get the guns and they're the bad guys, then we have to be the good guys and do the same. So.
Sometimes they get better. Sometimes they get better ones.
And that's a problem, man. That's a problem. They can't be having better ones.
All right. Well, I appreciate your time. Appreciate you talking to me. I'm gonna leave it at that.
You're gonna be famous.
What, you gonna put it on YouTube?
Yeah, why not?
Whatever.
You know, it's mostly, there's enough bad publicity that law enforcement gets these days for people to see this interaction. It's only good for you guys.
Very true.
You know, you respected my property line when I gave you the stop.
If you don't want me on your property, man, I ain't coming.
You respected that. You respected my Second Amendment rights. You came because you were called, and that's what you're supposed to do because, you know, you don't know. And you explained it. Okay, before I let you go though, she keeps calling you guys. At which point do you say, you got to stop calling us, lady? This is harassment. That's why I asked about the incident report, you know?
Yeah, it depends. It really depends on the deputy coming out.
Yeah.
If we've been out here numerous times, some deputies will go up there, tell her not even make contact with you.
Yeah. I was wondering if you were going to contact me.
Yeah, I would have. I'd have stopped by just to inform you on what was going on and talk to you a little bit, just like we did.
Yeah.
You know,
But is there no official protocol as to which point the tables turned on her?
no, not really. But here's my view. This is me. I mean, it's nobody else but me. Once I determine that something's not legitimate, you know, like I said, I won't even come up.
Yeah, but what happens when there is a legitimate issue? It's like the boy who cried wolf, you know? God forbid there's something else, and then she calls, and they're like, oh, those are just, you know, that's the guy I talked to.
I mean, we're still going to come out.
Yeah.
And we're still going to come out. We're still going to make contact with her. Some of us will even make contact with you. You know, but as far as me, you know, unless she tells me that she's got pellets raining down on her house and all that other kind of stuff, and, you know, a shotgun, or she hears rounds whizzing through the woods or something like that.
Or people screaming like they got shot.
Exactly.
God forbid.
I'm not going to bother.
I don't get it, man. We got so many things to worry about, and this is a complete... If she follows the local politics at all, she'll know that you guys are constantly talking about your resources being spread thin.
I came all the way from Hawthorne.
You drove here from Hawthorne just to respond to this nonsense. What a waste. All right, take care, dude. Yep.